I don't want to say I told you so, but I told Welcome back to the weekly crypto review. And for all the Americans out there, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. At least wonderful aside from the markets. Let's take a look and I'll show you what we're talking about. In case you're stuck under a rock for the weekend, which is a possibility if you're an American celebrating Thanksgiving, we have had quite the drop in crypto. So first off, as you can see, Bitcoin's down 10.5% over the last 7 days. Who'd have thought it? Oh yeah, this guy. So yeah, weirdly, most everything is down over the last week, except I see that XRP is up 70%. It's almost 71%. I'm just amazed. Cardano says it's up 22.75%. Cool, great, fantastic. In fact, let's take a look here. So, wow, Stellar is our top performer for the week at 121%. There are some winners in this. There are a lot of losers, though. Let's see here. Horizon XRP is number 3. Verge, oddly enough, Verge is up 39%. Used to own Verge, don't own Verge anymore. Cardano is number 8 gainer at 22.75%. VeChain is up 17%. So we do have some coins that are up as far as what we're seeing in the weekly charts. Who's buying, who's selling. Let's take a little closer look at. All right, so we got Bitcoin here. Nice red candle for the week. And I expected this. And I don't know if you can see this. Let's zoom in a little bit. Can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah. And let's make sure we're not on auto. And we'll pull this down just a bit. I want you to notice this candle, the shadow right there. Do you see where that shadow is at? Right between the yellow and the green line, almost perfectly middle. Now, if you look at my video last week, I think I seem to remember saying something about, I think it's going to go up somewhere between those two lines. Well, it went right to the middle, and then it dropped. And I expect it's going to drop 2 to 5 weeks. And I fully expect a drop of, I don't know, 30 to 50%. That would be normal. That would be expected. Okay? So if we take, let's go ahead and measure. I just want to do this one more time because we can. If we take this, and I'm going to come up here just to the left of that candle, and we go down to 30%. 30.5%. Takes us down to 13.6, thereabout. Okay. A drop of 35% is going to take us to right about, about 12.6. 40% is going to take us down to 11.7, 11.8. And a drop of 50% is going to take us down to 10.5. Okay, so we're looking at a potential drop. If it were 50%, we could go down as low as 10.5. Now, there's a CME gap at 9. Oh, I'm sorry, 50. I was looking at the wrong number. Try to look at it again. 50% would take us down to about 9,800. So there is a CME gap at 9,600. Is that correct? So that would be 51%. It's potentially possible. It is certainly possible that we could fill that CME gap with a 50% drop in price. Remember, I mean, this is crypto. 50% drops are not uncommon. 40% are standard. So we could see a drop down below 10,000. If we do, I suspect it's going to be very, very quick. So quick that you're going to miss it. So I'm not worried about that. But I could see this filling up that CME gap so that, we have that nice orderly tradition, I guess you would call it, of always filling the gaps in the CME. So yeah, absolutely, I could see that happening. Will it? I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know how far down this is going to go. I do know that that big red candle looks awfully, awfully bad. But again, if you happen to be the type of person, and again, always I state this is not investment advice. This is not financial advice. You have to do what you decide to do. But if you were the type of person who decided that, hey, as soon as this started to, gave you a signal that this is going to drop, and you exchanged out of Bitcoin to something stable, USDC or whatever, then I suspect that you're going to, you're probably thinking this is really good, and you're just waiting for it to drop as far as it'll go. Great, fantastic. You're liking this drop. And everybody who's still in Bitcoin is looking at it going, okay, how far is it going to drop? How bad is it going to be? And there were a lot of people who bought up here at the top. There were a lot of people who bought here at the top, at the current top, who are saying, oh my God, I bought at the top. What am I going to do? And they're panic selling, which is also running into this. But let's face this, we understood this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen because this is the nature of markets. When you get back to the all-time high, you're going to have a sell-off. Now, how bad is it going to be? Honestly, it doesn't matter because we also know that once this sell-off takes place, like I said, 2 to 5 weeks, once this sell-off takes place and is finished, we're going to start coming back up, and we're going to start, hopefully, slower pace, more stable, more steady. And so again, I suspect we'll be right back up here March, April of next year. Because yeah, it's going to take 4 or 5 months to get back. I have no doubt of that. Now, one of the things I was thinking about was, because my original thesis was we weren't going to go up past 20,000 until March or April of next year. And it looks like that's probably going to be true. Based on what I'm seeing here, I suspect that's going to be true. But my thought was, well, what happens if we do hit 20,000 or we get real close or right up to the all-time high? Now, what happens? And my thought was that's actually a really good sign, a bullish sign, that the end run, where this bull run ends up, could be way higher, much, much higher than anybody currently thinks. Right now, most people are talking $100,000 to $200,000. I've said it could go as high as 400,000 based on, just the idea that in 2017, I remember everybody saying that Bitcoin was going to go to $5,000. It went 4 times as high. It quadrupled. Yeah, quadrupled. I had to think about this. Quad's 4. Yeah. It quadrupled that price that everybody was expecting. Well, if everybody's expecting $100,000 Bitcoin, if it quadruples that, that's a $400,000 Bitcoin. It could do that. It's how this works. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm simply pointing out that if it does what it did last time, that's what we'll end up with. So I can see this going way higher, much, much higher than anybody in their wildest dreams thinks possible. I absolutely can see it, especially when you talk about dumb money FOMOing in at the very last second and driving that price where, we're gonna double the price pretty much every week. That's how you know you're in a bubble. But let's take a look at see what we got. So with other coins. So if we go down here to ADA, Cardano, this says Cardano's up for the week. Where'd we go? Cardano says we're up 22 and 3/4. I'm showing we're down. So I'm not sure where they're getting their numbers. This is from Bittrex. So, we're looking at the Bittrex numbers for Cardano. We're down there. If we look at, let's go here to, let's see here. What else do we have? We have, let's take a look. Litecoin. Litecoin's down. Chainlink is also down. Yeah, pretty much everybody's down. EOS is down. Do we not have, I thought I may not actually have a Ethereum USD Bitfinex. That'll work. We're all down. Ethereum's down. Everything is down for the week. we expect this. As Bitcoin goes, so everything else goes. We're not at alt season yet. It's going to come and it's going to go and it's going to work for a few weeks. The big one is going to be after we top out in Bitcoin. After we get to wherever Bitcoin's going to go, that's where we're going to end up, and we'll see an alt season from that. Until then, the altcoins are going to do what they're going to do. And remember, if Bitcoin dominance is down, meaning that it's not money is moving in and out of the altcoins faster and bigger than in Bitcoin, what that means is that if everything is down, the altcoins are going to be down bigger, farther, percentage-wise, than Bitcoin is. So it may be that Bitcoin is your best bet as far as where to keep your money while everything drops at this point, because it may be the thing that loses the least amount. These are all things that you think about when you're wondering where should I put my money. So at this point, again, I never give you investment or trading advice. I'm simply looking at some charts and pointing out what I see. Everything is down this week. I expect that we're going to be down the next few weeks. This is normal. And again, if this is panicking you, if the thought of dropping 50% in Bitcoin panics you, you probably have too much money in Bitcoin. I don't. I'm not panicked by this because I know that the end of next year, the end of 2021, Bitcoin is going to be 5, 10 times higher than it is now. This doesn't panic me at all. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm secure in my knowledge, having been through the 2017 cycle and seeing what happened there and realizing it's just a standard market like stocks or bonds. It just happens much bigger and much quicker. This doesn't bother me at all. I'm used to these types of movements. And if you are, you'll be fine. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you next week.